You don't have to fight these people or be confrontational. The best thing you can do is just step away. You can't eliminate arseholes completely from your life. You're going to encounter them no matter what. There comes a point in life where you just know that some of the things that you had to endure when you're in your 20s, your 30s, even your 40s, are just not worth putting up with anymore. So in this video, I'm going to talk about some of the things that don't make sense after 60. A couple of months ago, I published a video called 5 Things That Make No Sense After 60. At the time, I said that there were a lot more things than those 5, and I would do follow-up videos, create a series on this subject. There's at least 20 things that I can think of. So this is part 2 of a series of videos on that topic. You could say this is 5 more things that don't make sense after 60. The first thing I've got on my list of 5 more things that don't make sense after 60 is number 1, tolerating arseholes. At this stage of life, tolerating arseholes just doesn't make any sense at all. We've all done it, stayed in relationships that drain us, kept quiet around difficult family members, or put up with people who constantly just want to talk about themselves. But here's the reality: once you hit your 60s, time is far too precious to be wasting it on those kind of people. You don't have to fight these people or be confrontational. The best thing you can do is just step away. You can't eliminate arseholes completely from your life. You're going to encounter them no matter what happens. What really matters is how you deal with them. I get plenty of them commenting on my videos. I just ban them. I'm not interested in people being nasty and trolling me, and neither should you. When you encounter people, you don't have to put up with bad behaviour. Any confrontation with people isn't worth the effort. It just doesn't end well. Peace is much more valuable than keeping people happy. It's not always easy, especially when you're younger, to eliminate arseholes from your life. I mean, I don't know about you, but I've had some real arsehole bosses in my time. I'm sure there'll be people who worked for me who think I was an arsehole, that's for sure. But at this time of life, your 60s, you just don't have to put up with them. Walk away. You just don't have to put up with them. Walk away. Number 2 is comparing yourself to others. In your younger years, it might have made sense. Careers, families, houses, looking at other people, being competitive, pursuing those things. But now you're in your 60s, it just doesn't make sense. The race is over. You're not competing with anyone anymore. You don't need to. Now is the time to enjoy the fruits of your labour, not continuing to chase. Because here's the reality: comparison steals contentment. There will always be somebody who appears fitter, richer, younger, but you don't know what's going on in their lives. It could all be a facade. How often do we encounter celebrities who appear to have it all, and then the next minute we hear that they're getting divorced, or they've gone into rehab, or they've committed suicide? There is no point dreaming about what other people have got and dreaming about swapping your life for theirs. You should be cherishing what you've got and enjoying every moment of your life. It's the one that you have created, and you're the only person who can change that mindset. And if you're in your 60s, the mindset that you should be cultivating is one of enjoying the moment, not chasing after things that you think other people have got. Number 3, caring what other people think about you. You can waste decades on appearances, cultivating an appearance that you're successful, or rich, or important, or educated, or maybe just normal. I know I did. But here's what I really learned over those decades. Nobody is thinking about you. They're too busy thinking about themselves and worrying about their own problems to take any notice of you. Freedom after 60 is doing things without apology. People's opinions of you won't make you happy. They won't pay the bills. So don't give them the satisfaction. Don't give them the power. Live life on your terms, not theirs. That is something you should definitely have learned by the time you hit 60. Number 4, chasing outdated goals. When I was younger, I was very competitive and extremely goal-orientated. Chasing the big house, the next car, promotion, responsibility, a business empire. But does that still matter now that I'm 64? Not at all. All that really matters is enjoying this moment right now. What about you? Are you still running on old programming? now that you're in your 60s? We all change. I've changed. You change. The world changes and your priorities change. Let go of goals that no longer fit with where you are in life. In fact, it's not a bad thing to ditch goals altogether. I now have anti-goals, things that I don't want to do. By focusing on things that I don't want to do, I end up doing more of the things that I do want to do. I think your 60s is a time for you to define success differently. It should be about freedom and health and getting the most out of your time, not status and chasing the things that you chased when you were younger. Number 5, neglecting your health. You could probably get away with shortcuts when it came to health before you were 40, but now you're in your 60s, you can't. Crap eating, too much booze, not enough sleep is definitely going to catch up with you big time in your 60s. The same with stress at work. So it doesn't make sense to burn the midnight oil, to keep working in a stressful job in your 60s, and to try and keep up with the young ones that you might still be working with. Now is the time to just slow down a little bit and enjoy life. I can absolutely guarantee you, after I've had recent health scares, that your health is the most important thing of the lot. Without it, you lose your independence. You lose the ability to do all the things that you've planned on doing, whatever that is. Travel, maybe even a part-time job, maybe indulging your hobbies, the things that you think you're going to put off until you get to your 60s or possibly your 70s. Without your health, they're all gone. And here's the thing, self-care isn't vanity. It's not about six-pack abs. It's about survival. The goal isn't to live forever. None of us are going to live forever. It's more important that we live the final 20 or 30 years of our lives in good health with plenty of energy to do the things we want to do and to enjoy those years for as long as we possibly can before the inevitable decline sets in. If you're in your 60s, ask yourself this: how many good, healthy years have I actually got left? What do you think the answer is? 10? That's a reasonable assumption. 20? You might be needing a bit of luck on your side. 30? Highly unlikely. So shouldn't you be making your 60s count and just hope for the best after that? You can start by taking notice of the 5 things I've talked about in this video that don't make any sense after 60. So those are 5 more things that don't make any sense after 60. What are your thoughts? Do you agree or disagree? Please leave a comment. I'd love to hear your opinion. If you found this video useful, you might want to watch part 1 if you haven't done so already. See what you think of those 5 things. And you might also find this video useful. It's the 6 pillars that are the only reliable support after 60. I hope you've also enjoyed my little wander around York today, looking at the ghosts in the garden. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.